Hello campers, my name is Jennifer and this is our family's pop-up camper. We have affectionately named him Ranger. Ranger the pop-up camper. So I wanted to give you a little tour here. This is him when he is all popped out. So if you're not familiar with a pop-up camper, these two bed ends slide into the middle. And then this roof right here, you crank it down and the whole thing closes up to be about maybe that tall. So if you're new to pulling a camper, it's pretty great because you can still see in the rear view mirror behind you. So that's great. I have the screen door down right now so you can get a bit of a breeze in here. So on this bunk end, this is the king size bed. So it's actually bigger than my bed at home. I'll show you inside, but it has a comfy mattress on it. So this is where my husband and I sleep. And then on this end, this is a double or queen?
It's a queen.
It's a queen. That's my husband running the camera. So this is the queen size bed, and my two boys have been sleeping down here. A few of the technical things. You've got a porch light here, and you've got power here. We'll get to the commode in just a minute. But this is where you can open this little door and you can empty out your commode.
It comes out as a cassette, so the whole thing comes out and then you can take care of it and put it back in.
I think it's actually called a cassette commode. If you want to Google that, you can find out more about it. This little compartment right here is one of the reasons we love Ranger so much. From about here forward, this is a trunk. So when you're popped down, you can lift this whole lid and you can see inside. You can access it as well. And there is a ton of space in there. Your camping chairs and folding tables and that kind of stuff will fit great in there. So that's awesome. So we'll come around to the side where the hitch is. And we have one propane tank and one battery. And I talked my husband into the cute little propane tank cover with the little cute graphics on it. You can see these holes right here. This is how the bed ends are supported. So this one being the bigger bed, it has these poles here and these here. And my husband is a big guy.
Yes, I am.
And he and I fit comfortably and don't feel funny or anything. So he's nice and sturdy that way.
And then...
Okay, so this is what's called a slide. If you've never seen a slide on a camper before. So this whole piece, when you're closing the pop-up down, it slides inside and it fits flush. But what this is the dinette. So there's little booths and a table here to sit at, and it's great because there's this huge window you can unzip and you can sit here and eat breakfast and enjoy your view of the camp. Let's see. This is for storage, and it's locked right now, but I'll show you on the inside. You can access a bunch of room, like this much more storage room underneath the little dinette, so that's great. Let's see, this is our outside shower. And this is wonderful when your kids and your dogs are muddy. So it literally has a little shower hose that comes out, and you can wash your dishes out here if you want to, or you can spray off your feet or wash your dog or spray off your boots or whatever. But it's really, really helpful. So I'm gonna let Ken talk about these hookups now.
So on the hookups here, we've got the city water connection at the top there. We've got a drain for the sink that's inside below. And then to the right, we've got 30 amp service to be able to connect it. There's a big long cable that comes out from in there. And then that powers the AC unit that's up top. We've also got a built-in fresh water tank right there. And then there is a heater, gas-powered heater inside. There is a liquid propane refrigerator there behind that hatch that powers the refrigerator inside. That is the vents for the liquid propane refrigerator. Over here we have a hot water heater, which is also propane powered. And then there is actually a shower inside of this pop-up. And right there is the gray water tank and gray water drain for that shower. This pop-up also has stabilizers on it.
These are not hard to do. In fact, I can set up this whole pop-up by myself. It takes a little bit of, time to roll it down. So if you have children or teenagers, this is the job for them.
We have added a battery cutoff so that you don't drain any of your battery while you're sitting there, and it's an easy little push button battery cutoff. You can boondock with this camper. We have boondocked at national parks for many days, and lights and fans and everything work just fine off of the battery for multiple days. It does have a brake controller as well, so your 7-pin hookup for brakes on the trailer, which also makes for nicer towing.
You might want to mention while we're at the hitch here, what size truck can pull this?
A medium-sized truck, so 6-cylinder, should be able to pull this. We've pulled it with a V8 Dakota for years, and that's been fine. A half-ton will have no issues at all with it.
You ready to go inside?
Yep, we can head on inside.
So this little step folds up when you're in tow.
There is also an external propane connection down here, and a place to mount
right here.
The stove outside.
So the
right
stove's
there.
inside currently, but you slide it onto this rail, and that's really nice. We actually use it more outside than we do inside because we just enjoy it more. This is where we like to keep our camp maps because we're always losing our trail maps.
Yep.
All right, so welcome to Ranger's inside. He has a nice long couch right here, and I recovered the cushions with the fabric that I preferred, but actually the original fabric is underneath my covers, and it's in excellent condition, and it's kind of in some browns and some blues if that's more your taste. This is the kids' bed, but it's a queen size bed. We've got a little storage pocket back there, and the reason these are here is because this is called Reflectix, and so what we did is we cut shapes for all of the windows, these side windows and the back windows on both ends of the beds. So when it's really hot, like it gets in Central Texas, if you zip this up into your windows, it keeps the camper so much more insulated. And it's actually doable to sleep in here in the Texas summer, which is saying a lot. So we've got Reflectix for all 3 of these windows and then the other end as well.
There are fans that are battery powered. Right now we are not plugged in. Those fans work great. You can hook them there. You can also slide them down on the pole so they unhook, and then you can hang them there so that it blows right on you while you're sleeping, which is glorious.
We do that a lot.
Yep.
These bunk ends, both ends have the same thing. They have these little curtains that roll down, and that way you have some privacy. So since my kids shared this bed, I'd have one of them sleep down here, and we'd roll the curtain down so that he would go to sleep while my other was over here reading. But both of the beds have 2 of these, and then you just roll them back up. Let's see. So I'll show you the windows real quick. This is how much I love this little camper. Okay, so these curtains just slide down, super, super easy, and all of the windows have curtains. Also, the windows unzip so that you can get some fresh air in here. And I'm going to do that now because it's getting warm.
Yeah, and the table curtains or windows over here actually have double zippers. So you can unzip them and still have clear plastic. Yeah, so there's a clear plastic behind it and then a second zipper to get to the screen. So you can have it opened with just the clear plastic so you can see out and have light in.
Yep.
Oh, that feels so much better.
Yes, much better. And all of this plastic, it's vinyl actually, and the screens as well, they are in fantastic condition. So there's no repairs needed on those. I'll talk about the kitchen now. So when you are towing the pop-up, everything has to collapse down. So what you do with this little kitchen sink here is you actually fold it down just like this. And then this bed will slide in, and that's how you close the whole thing down. So as Ken mentioned, there's hot water
There
for
is.
washing dishes, which is fantastic, and washing your hands when it's cold outside. This is the little stove that will mount outside, and it also folds down like this, and it has a little bar back here that you can slide it onto that rail we talked about, or there's little footholes that you can set it in. Do you want to say anything about the cook stove?
For storage while you're driving, it goes in a little notch
Yeah.
right there underneath the table.
You slide it onto this rail right there, and that's super convenient because
Yep.
it stays still. There is a nice storage cabinet here that has a bunch of room in it. That's where I've kept my cleaning supplies and Ziplocs and whatnot. And then this cute little refrigerator. This is a piece of metal we put on the front because we've been collecting magnets from all over from our travels. But
Yeah, and
we
it's
already-
aluminum, so
Yeah.
magnets don't stick. But it's a standard small liquid propane fridge. It does run off the power once you plug in, or you can run it while you're driving down the road.
Yep. Nice and clean, works great, no mildew whatsoever. This couch here will fold out into a bed. You can take this piece here and pull it out. You take this here and pull it this way.
One of the easiest beds I've ever seen in any vehicle. Easier than the dinette bed.
Yeah.
And we've had guests sleep in here with us multiple times on that. And it's actually really long too. It's longer than most camper beds too. Longer than a dinette bed. So.
For us, it's been the grandma bed, but even a long-legged teenager would fit there.
Yep.
All right, so there's that. Okay, so let's talk about the dinette then.
Yeah.
Okay, here's another one of these fans, and you'll notice the fans plug into the ceilings.
Oh, hold on. We got
Technical issues.
technical video issues. Sorry about that for disorienting video for a second.
Okay, so these plug into the ceiling, so that's really convenient. This
up there.
table does, the legs fold down. You slide the table onto these two little pieces of wood, and then that becomes the middle part of your bed. So
And
the
that
red
whole
cushions
thing's-
come in.
Yep.
These cushions fold down, and then you've got another fun little bed.
And that's the slide as well. So that slide comes in.
So this whole part right here, it comes inside, and then this bar back here folds down flat. So that's how we pop down. Okay, so there is storage. This whole thing inside is empty, and this whole thing inside is empty. And you can access it from in here, or there is a little door outside as well. And it is just a ton of room.
It is.
So paper plates and puzzles and all the necessities can go in there. Let's see. And anything else about the dinette?
You want to show them the storage you can lift up and get
yeah,
to it?
Yeah. Okay,
On
so
both.
this is how you access it inside. And by the way, when you're folding the camper down, you would fold this seat back down and just put the cushions back, and that makes it flat for sliding in. But here's your little access, and there you go. So you got that on either side, which is just fantastic. All right. So there's our little dinette. Okay, let's visit the bathroom now.
The other wonderful thing about hot water is
Hot showers!
you can take showers in your pop-up.
Hot showers. in your
Hot
pocket.
showers in your pop-up.
So all of this folds down and it goes into this little cabinet. And if you want to pretend that you don't have a potty and a shower, that's fine. You can do that, and you can use the park camp showers and potties, and we've done that.
Yeah, that metal rail that's up on the top comes off of the ceiling completely and then mounts to that board back there.
Mounts on right back here.
Yeah.
So right now, obviously, the shower curtain's open. I've put Velcro all along the edge of this shower curtain. So you see, it's Velcroed on so that the water will stay inside your cute little shower. And that really helps with children. So let's move this out of the way a little bit. So if you don't have the shower curtain attached,
Sorry. We are confused here. There we go. Sorry, my gimbal's going crazy. All right.
okay, then so Here's your flushable potty, which is fantastic, and we showed you how to empty the cassette from the outside. There's a little gauge in here that shows you when it's getting full, so pay attention to that.
Yep. Then the hose mounts up to the ceiling there, and you can take that down, and there's a little hook to store it.
Right there.
Good, also a good place to wash feet and stuff when you come in.
I keep my dog's water bowls in here, so that way they can come in and they can
Make a big mess and
splash water, but it's in the shower. And, it's
and
not
there's
so
a
bad.
drain.
Yeah, and there's a drain right there. So when you're ready to pop down, you unhook your little hose. You take this down, which is very easy. Again, I can do all this by myself, so it's not difficult at all. You fold the shower curtain up, and then you close this, and this basically just becomes a big bench.
Yep.
And if you want more seating, you can just leave it as a bench. Okay, so now the bed, whoops, the back bed. So this is the king size bed. So again, my husband and I sleep here, absolutely great. I think the weight limit is something like 500 pounds or something like that. So he's really sturdy and solid. There is, you probably can't see it too good, but there's a little nightstand type situation right here.
Yep.
And this is where we, charge our phones and Ken lays his glasses there and that kind of stuff.
And there's a power outlet right there as well.
And you'll notice that the extension cord matches the shower curtain, so you'll never find that anywhere else.
And you can access the trunk
Yeah,
storage.
So that
From
big,
there.
huge trunk we were talking about, you can also access it here, so you don't have to get everything out and have it sitting out. That's really nice. And then this is where I've kept our little trash can. I just put an HEB bag in there, and there's a trash tucked away, and that's convenient.
And there's some white poles in there that we haven't mentioned this yet. Those white poles are for the awning for this pop-up. This has a full awning, and it's nice and secure and in good shape.
Works great.
Yep.
It's mostly white with some beige stripes on it, and the vinyl is in excellent condition, and the poles are all there, original. Let's see. Yeah, again, as Ken talked about, we like to take this fan and unhook it, and then this stretches out all the way out to out here, so we have the fan blowing on us while we're sleeping, and that is really, really convenient. And then it just pops right back on. All of this is doable. You can set all of it up with one person, one lady of average strength can handle this. Let's see, you want to talk about the air conditioner?
Here's the AC unit right here. It is new since 2016 is when it was installed. And it will actually freeze you out at night. And during the hottest days, it will make it cooler than it is outside, but it's not going to make it cold in here. So, but it will keep this tolerable during the heat, like Texas heat, 100 degrees.
Yeah, we're talking 100 degrees. If it's in the 80s,
Oh yeah,
you'll be so
you will be
comfortable and happy.
perfectly fine.
One last thing as far as storage, because I know everybody's concerned about that. There's a teeny tiny little bit of storage right here.
And access to work on some pieces and parts down in there.
And then this is really nice as well. I'll show this one first. Nice big drawer. This is where I kept my silverware and all of our plates and things like that. There is a cabinet underneath where Ken is.
Oh yeah,
I don't know
under
if
the
I showed
sink.
that.
There
I
we
showed
go.
that maybe.
I believe so.
Okay, and then this cabinet opens up. So essentially, other than the space the wheel well is taking up, all of this under the couch is storage. And there's actually 2 fire extinguishers. There's that one there, and then there's a smaller one here around the corner.
It does have also like your liquid propane leak and carbon dioxide and a fire smoke detector, a new one. And all the lights in here work great while boondocking, and they have been converted to LED, so you don't burn your battery down quickly. So I think
you've met our Ranger. So we are not getting rid of him because there's anything wrong with him or because we don't adore him. We love him so much. We're just, different life stage, and we're needing something different. But anyways, we're excited for anyone who wants to just love on him like we have, and you will not be disappointed.